What's going on? It's Trending Story. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more well informed, make sure to subscribe and active the notifications bell so you don't miss anything.
Mother Nature is always full of surprises. It's hard to believe how many incredible and different creatures live on our planet. Did you know that all peacocks are not peacocks? Yes, there is a difference. A male is a peacock and a female is a peahen, and together they are peafowl. These exotic birds are mostly known for their enormous feathers, but they're also known to attack. On Valentine's Day, one local peacock was tasered by police, then shot to death by its owner. What a way to go out for such a pretty bird. A Harris County Sheriff's deputy answered a call on Kluge and Dale Roads about a peacock attacking women. During an interview, the peacock began to attack and the deputy shot his taser, according to a report. The bird had his feathers so ruffled that he continued to attack, and the owner took matters into his own hands and shot and killed the peacock with his shotgun. Snakes are a delicacy for other birds like falcon, heron, vultures too. Mongoose, a sworn enemy of snakes, also enjoys a meal of snake. Snakes like king cobra go to the extent of cannibalism for the love of snake meat. When all these organisms have got their share of taste, why would a human stay back? Yes, people eat snakes in the form of various delicacies as snake soup, fried snake meat and snake wine, or raw for survival. If you don't believe me, you must watch Bizarre Food with Andrew Zimmerman and Man vs. Wild. Eating snakes is generally not poisonous unless it is infected by parasites, bacteria, and viruses, contaminated by heavy metals which can cause several problems to health. Even eating beef and pork can be dangerous if they are infected by tapeworms or other parasites. A question might arise in the minds of the readers while reading this answer. What if venom is ingested? Venom is a complex mixture of proteins and peptides which, when injected even in very small amount, can cause various pharmacological effects and even kill a prey in no time. But if one drinks venom, it will be digested and broken down into amino acids. This is not harmful unless there is any wound in the digestive tract. Let's get some facts straight here. Not all birds build nests. The only parakeet to build a nest is the Quaker parrot or monk parakeet. Otherwise, it's a tree hollow, or in some cases in the ground or under rocks and in caves. In spite of their names, ground hornbills do not build nests. They live in the hollows of trees, even if the trees are on the ground. Gallinaceous or ground-eating birds will build their nests on the ground because they can't fly much like an ostrich. The trade-off is in safety, and the birds need to protect the nest. The adult killdeer, a ground nester, will drag one wing while frantically flapping the other and giving off a distress call. If this doesn't stop the predator from heading toward the nest, the bird will wobble closer to the predator to get its attention, and then flies off when it has distracted the predator. The northern lapwing employs a similar tactic to protect its young. A flamboyant peacock named Percival is helping a Queensland chicken farmer protect his hens from preying animals. Mark Burgunder, from Cannondale in the Sunshine Coast, bought a peacock chick 3 years ago as a pet, but the bird turned out to be surprisingly good at defending Mr. Burgunder's free-range pasture chickens. We initially got the peacock to help against snakes because we read that peacocks kill snakes, he said. But then we realized that we hadn't had any goshawk attacks for a while. We think it's just because of his size. The goshawks see a big bird like a peacock in the pen, and they say, "Nope, not going in there." Despite singing Percival's praises, Mr. Burgunder said the peacock was picky with the predators he chose to take on. He doesn't do the foxes or the feral cats because we had a feral cat attack recently, he said. We only have one peacock, so we can't be everywhere at all times. But he likes to stick around with the laying flock more than anything. That is where we want him really. Despite being the only male bird on a farm full of clucky hens, Percival is still single. We haven't actually had any hens attracted to him as of yet, Mr. Burgunder said, reflecting on Percival's loneliness. Although the hens do still like to flirt with him. The chickens have worked him out. When he displays to them, there is always one or two hens that stand in front of him to help him stay entertained, Mr. Burgunder said. He had a bit of a go at some of them, But it is not a viable combination. I mean, a peacock egg is the size of an emu egg, and I can't see that coming out of a chicken. Mr. Burgunder said when Mr. Percival was not on the job, he made a good pet. "We are happy. He is a pleasure to have around and is fairly tame," he said. "If you get him at the right time, he'll eat out of your hands, which is unusual for a peacock. Most peacocks never come that close." Peacocks are tough on snakes. It is not widely known, but peacocks do not like snakes. A peacock or peahen will not let snakes live within their territory. If they find a snake, they will actively fight with it, even if it is a poisonous snake. They will also eat snakes. They kill the snake slowly by the neck, holding it down with their claws, after which the peacock swallows the snake. One day, it encounters a lair of many deadly snakes. But just before the snakes rise up to strike and kill the peacock, they are quickly gobbled down by the bird. In this way, the peacock avoids venomous bites and instead ingests the snakes, poison and all. And somewhere along the line, we begin to learn how to self-soothe. Maybe when we noticed anxiety messing with our insides, we imagine our adult self rocking and cuddling our anxious baby self. Or perhaps we imagine water washing away the hurt and pain we feel. Or we let the beauty of nature into our mind and heart, which can be so healing. Or we read a book that comforts us. Or any of countless other activities that allow more goodness and love into our lives. And then eventually, the miracle happens. We discover that the root of anxiety is some combination of lies that we have accepted as true. That we are not smart enough, good enough, worthy enough, lovable enough. And we discover the truth about ourselves, that at our core, we are the universe unfolding in love, safe at last, beautiful at last, transformed at last, like the peacock. In every way that matters, our freedom from emotional suffering comes about through mindfulness, from being present with what is occurring within, no matter how great the urge to escape those feelings. So let's not wish our suffering away. Let's instead use it as a guide to find our way home, at last. But not every time goes the same. Here, this man saved the bird from the sneak. At the start of the video, a guide is seen assisting the man with his makeshift harness. A few seconds later, he attaches the harness around his waist and thighs and slowly rappels down the 30-feet well. He reaches the surface of the water, takes a dip, and tries reaching the drowning bird. When he finally manages to reach the bird, he secures it in his right hand and signals the guides to pull him back up. Upon reaching the surface, the man releases the bird into a field. After the video went viral on social media, hundreds of netizens praised the man for his act of kindness. Last week, a 10-foot-long king cobra was spotted hitchhiking a ride on a super-fast train in Uttarakhand. According to reports, the reptile was found coiled above the wagon wheels of the train near a compartment door. The cobra was safely removed from the train when it stopped at Kathgodam station. Thanks to the prompt response of the Uttarakhand Forest Department and the RPF, none of the passengers were hurt. A video of the rescue was shared on Twitter by Dr. P.M. Dakata, who is a field forester with the Uttarakhand Forest Department. With this, I think I have answered the question that eating snakes is not poisonous for peacocks.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.